Well, hello. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I just can't wait for this. I can't wait to see what happens when he wakes up and sees me like this. The Sabatons. Where did you get them?
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Alright, go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Always half aware of yourself.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
You're not cooperating, brother man. Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Oh, okay. Won't just man spread it.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, Sal's. It's all me. It's my fault. It's all the system's fault. The system failed me. This body is worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it. Is it the system? Is it me? I don't know. Feels like it is him.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
These are my just desserts. I'll endure this pain with dignity. Now please, there's that blessed nothingness, that sweet oblivion. I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art. Think I need medical attention. Yes.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Doesn't sound like it's particularly comfortable to make that voice.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital.
Actually, they
All
could.
you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
Flickering darkness. Wouldn't it be flickering lights?
You're just stuck here, in the half-world.
Half-world.
Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Just get me out of here then. Back to the other place. I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them. Human beings will always betray you. No, I like them. Fine.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Yeah, especially like Kuno. I'm growing kind of attached to Kuno.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process.
At first I thought it was
just
like a little
yours,
shit.
running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
That's strange. Now I find him endearing.
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
Yes.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness?
Yes.
Look at all these lights.
There's no lights.
Blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
No, you are asleep.
Let it.
It's just a
Let it.
bad dream, I guess.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Is it time to wake up?
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Open your eyes. It's actually morning. Why does it feel like he never gets enough sleep? Oh, nice. Look at my health back. And the stupid ass clothes. Yeah, at least I got my Sabatons. I'm pretty sure, Kim won't notice them. Alright, let's get out of here, sneak on by. Oh no, I think it's downstairs. Oh, those are actual RCMs. Hello, Kim.
Yes?
And we're gonna talk about the boots I'm wearing.
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots.
It looks at the gleaming technological footwear you're sporting.
Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity, and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
Lie. Lie to get out of it.
You are? Please don't. I was just... These are not the same boots. I like them so much I went and bought myself a pair. You're joking. Yeah, I bought myself a pair.
Sure. Anyway, did you want something? Related to police work?
Doesn't seem to care. What are these? Hello.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Winces?
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Oh, so lower than us. Hold on. You're a patrol officer at RCM? I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
Look at the fucking clothes I'm wearing. I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people. It's cool to see another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. Let's just do this by the book, okay? Why? I bring word of the end to come.
Of course he does.
Man with sunglasses. Oh. Man at the table says to himself.
Word of the end to come.
Shakes her head, tired.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
So what precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Sunglass wearing man pushes through his teeth. You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Oh,
Okay,
logic. Well, what are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for.
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A horse-faced woman.
You're a fucking asshole. Are we done here? I don't.
Don't say anything, Judith. Me?
okay.
I'm just looking.
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A police woman?
Yes. A policewoman who just went. I don't.
Don't say anything. Me?
Okay.
I'm just.
No one.
I just want to do my job. That's all.
Okay, see ya. Hello.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Ah, manage. There he is again. Smoking on the balcony. Right here in the whirling rags. Hello, Just Your Tie. You're here.
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe.
He scans
bad.
you.
Not bad at all. What brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room is right upstairs. Yeah, I'll just tell him that. Even though he already knows, probably. This is where I'm gonna go down in history. I'm gonna sing karaoke. Yep.
Really? Well, I look forward to that.
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh, yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What'd you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your
What
friend?
friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
I think it's the guy that union guy. Well, not the union guy, the one that's protesting outside. Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece.
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
Okay, what was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, what did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Ah, yeah.
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You're right, he was magically bureaucratic. I didn't like him as much as I like you. I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments. I guess I didn't like him as much as I like you.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Can always return. Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, Sur la Clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village.
Oh, I see.
Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two? You two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Oh, is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
I suppose. Was he staying in your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view.
Likes the view
To the sea, I
of the
mean.
dead body? Oh, okay. I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm? What about me, gendarme?
About the hat and robe I'm wearing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
I wasn't really planning on giving it back anyway. Thanks. It's like carrying a piece of you with me at all times. I took it to blend in. I'm going to cover you, see?
Is it now? Well, enjoy it.
Alright, composure legendary. What is it about the way he carries himself?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
You're not helpful, composure.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Anything new?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Away with you.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Here you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but
Hello.
The man ponders his cooking utensil. He looks up at shrugging is an international sign for. You see a heavy the door, the cobalt blue.
Hello.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Hey, Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Yeah, whatever. Did you do it?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one.
Shakes his
Stinks
head.
like shit, too.
They love him, boss. Spend all day digging around in there. Can't get enough of that pretty boy smell.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Uh-huh. So you confessed to the murder. To murder. That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
Goddamn right. I
didn't.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that? No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Yes, but these were all bad people. Criminals. The scum of the earth. Well, I'm just doing my job, that's all. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips, and she tilts her head. Address Elizabeth. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
What, you just murder a random person? I don't know.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over.
Cow.
But you know what?
Pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Did he hang himself?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
They're taking the blame for someone else.
Yeah, I knocked him out.
You knocked him
Came
out?
up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
He was wearing full armor.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Mr. Terrence, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, copper. Samaran boxing style.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Alright, where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar, asking for it.
More composure. Cannot be retried. Let's do it. Do it.
Titus
Nice.
is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
First, tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
A vet.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there.
I think it's the old man right next to this rat face and the boy sitting on that box.
Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Oh. I guess he's solid. Who's cracking under the pressure? Fat Angus, huh? This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They have smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain.
A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
Hey, you. Turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled. His forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Anyway, right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
Yes.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Why did you kill him?
Why? Because he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out alive.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
Oh.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Right, but what did he actually do wrong? How'd you know?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Okay.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spittle from his mouth.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates.
Yeah, who do you rape?
If we don't
I'll interrogate
scabs
the person.
and if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Lieutenant's trying to make sense of the flood of information.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, he said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Repeats like a parrot.
There's something odd here.
This is the same girl, right, but who did he rape then? It's a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Authority godly. Still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant's fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you again. Why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Don't worry, I'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
Discuss. Strange reaction to bullet.
Kingdom of Conscience.
Thought complete.
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The
Stepping on
toy
it?
must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Moralist dialogue options: heal +1 morale. Nice. Anyway, interacting
The
with
bullet
flagship
is
bullet.
safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea. I know.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Wonder if it's actually my bullet from my gun. Fill the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Well, I actually know this.
Yes, it's as if you've seen bullets before, officer.
It's a jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeter in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
So it's a rifle.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Coordination. Let's do this.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models? The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag.
Alright, I'll put a point into hand-eye coordination. How about that?
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a rifle. Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the
4.46.
surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make.
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theatre of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
So it's an old rifle, an antique.
Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
It's secret.
What are you thinking?
I think I know where this came from. Dangle the bag thoughtfully.
Okay. And?
Came from Margrave.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not? That's probably a good thing.
I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Worth what? Getting shot? I think we should have more powerful guns. We're the law. We should consider every shot. I like it.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second,
imagine.
third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems we're looking for an antiques enthusiast. Could the victim have been mixed up with some foreign guerrilla fighters? Have well-armed jamrock bangers started crossing over into Martinez? Yes, something mysterious is afoot with this antique bullet type.
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
An intricate with the pattern still. A worn map feature.
Ah, the note from the fridge, yeah.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Off-site copy.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Siliswaf. Filament memory. Frozen ice cream maker. Wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry. Maybe it's because of the entity. Guess we'll never know. Yeah, entity.
That's implausible.
Remind me again, what's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
This is the illiterate ginger kid. That's Kuno.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
And Kuno? No idea at all.
I'm placing my bets on a certain red-hat miscreant we met before. He'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Oh yeah, put the net away. Alright. Lizzie, I'm out of here.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your... I suggest not wasting time on... No. Talk...
Alright, bitch. I'm out of here. This piece of shit.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Try to crack open the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the...
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
I like how turning a hand will actually do that to you. But whatever.
Honorable one, you have accumulated a substantial amount of honor points on your life path.
Oh.
You are a man most virtuous.
Wait, there were honor points?
Of course there were honor points. Did you think no one was paying attention to all of your honorable deeds? Honorable.
I only try my best. It's the most any of us can do. Hold your horses. This is a mistake. Honor is meaningless to me. Just kind of thought.
Oh, the modesty on this one. Another 10 honor points for you, sir. You are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most revered of all police officers, an honor cop.
Isn't honor sort of an archaic concept? My honor is my life. I don't want this. I really don't care about honor at all. Isn't honor sort of an archaic concept?
Living in the name of virtue and doing noble deeds while expecting nothing in return is not archaic. How can you even think that? Selflessness forms the basis for the warrior code, an ageless code, as fit for nomadic Ilmaran tribes traversing the vast red plateau in Provincia Gordi as it is for your neighborhood postman.
Sounds rather arrogant, a secretive self-regard. A warrior code, you say? I do feel like a warrior. This whole thing is beginning to sound very mean.
Mm-hmm. You are like a wandering night monk setting right the wrongs of the
a night monk.
Come upon. Are you ready to drink deep from the cup of honor?
Ah, my honor is my life.
Yes, your deeds have spoken for you, honorable one. But to fully drape oneself in an eternal cloak of honor, a ritual must be completed. A rite of honor.
What, do I have to show my authority to try, Titus?
Even among the honorable, only the most dignified are deemed worthy. But you, O honorable one, have excelled in honor.
In honor?
Honor comes from deep within you, and to truly know oneself, to know one's honor, one must reach deep within oneself and touch one's honor.
What?
You
okay.
need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum and stick it in there to form the Arch of Honors.
What? What if someone comes and sees me? All I ever wanted to do was live with dignity, to die with honor. Stick your thumb in your... You're crazy if you think I'm just gonna stick a finger in my ass. No way.
Then they will witness honor so great. It seems nigh impossible a single man can contain it. They will admire you, honorable one.
It's so stupid.
What are you doing?
Lieutenant jumps away from you. I'm honoring myself, Lieutenant. Nothing. You wouldn't understand. It's an honor thing. Who, me? Nothing. Doing nothing, Kim. Stretching my ass. What's the big deal?
The big deal? I guess we really do come from different upbringings.
Good. That was a lie, most honorable. Sometimes we must hide the truth from those who would not understand it. The less honored ones. Congratulations, honorable one. You have become a member of a noble faculty. A man kneels, an honor cop rises. Go forth and commit even more honorable deeds. And should your resolve ever waver, remember the right of honor. It will always cleanse a man's soul. It is an honor to serve with you, honor cop.
Overproductive honor glance. I don't even know. -4 drama. Dishonorable to lie. Well, fuck. Well, good thing I have a lot of drama. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing this.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
Probably not strong enough.
The ice around it slowly melting.
I mean, probably not strong enough.
Yes?
Excuse me? Pry bar? Oh, whatever. I'll come back for you, son of a bitch. Let's check out the computer. Actually, what can I do about this? Can I turn it
A
off?
thick layer of coal dust.
Nope. Alright. Actually, how about my authority?
Yes?
Nope. Anyway, still on this computer.
The dusty radio computer sleeps on its... The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Alright. Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Alright, press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
Probably.
Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
What? East Insulindian Repeater Station.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why'd you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
What's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
You're asked when the connection finally improves. What are you, a machine? Or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian station.
Okay, but where are you? How'd you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
Oh.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Disappears along with the study.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
What happens if I press print?
Nothing happens.
Oh. Let's remove
The
it.
filament slides out of its glowing nest.
So there's a password.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. Just failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making? No time, let's move on. Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology.
No, that's not it. I think...
Steepling his hands.
Looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it. Make it work on radio computers.
How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
So they're trying to play D&D on a global scale.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Developed places.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Wilkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed. It's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out their investors' pockets. The curse got them. I see no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This will keep it company. Let's finish it.
Ah, yes. The doom of bad business practices.
Pipes high and right across the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Overproductive honor glands.
You're already finished.
Here it is. It's titled Honor for the Brave and goes, I have no family. I make honor my family. I have no home. I make bravery my home. I have no desire. I make dignity my desire. I have no friends. I make humility my friend. I have no enemy. I make dishonor my enemy. This is my vow of honor for the brave. I am brave. Something like that. It's not the words that matter. It's the honor.
25 plus 25 honor points. Now you can for authority raised to 5. Okay. Is the password here?
Your flashlight slides over and some of the writing has faded with age. But you can still... These who are all... You should have one of the Welkins. Towering, your eyes glide up the photo. Entire oceans have, albeit dark and cold, a pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario. This, it looks a bit like an academic calendar. Your eyes glide over. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out. Wirral. The full text reads,
Rural Untethered.
this old fireplace, radio unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins. You think so? Looks like a surveillance. Someone, the leader of whoever a list of all of them. There's
My God, the schedule.
nothing.
Alright, where's my dice? Hello!
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Came up to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die.
Alright. Here you go.
Here's the cursed die you ordered.
Read the phrases.
The phrases read, God is indifferent. Take all. Lose all. 50-50. Nothing happens. And pale.
What is this?
It's a die. Try rolling it.
No, not the range. I don't want to roll a cursed die. Cast a cursed die.
Wait, you're not scared, are you? Officer, you don't actually think I put a spell on it, do you? I'm not a witch, you know. We live in a rational world. There is no black magic.
Better safe than sorry. They're definitely dark magics. Now you're a malignant entity, a die crafting witch. Not scared, just don't feel like rolling it.
Right. But it isn't cursed, honestly. I'll tell you what it does. It's a sphere pretending to be a 6-sided die. Each row will end with one of the phrases facing up. The die originates in Ilmara, where it was used for cleromancy. Except I've weighted the die. When you try rolling it, you realize that each time it gets you exactly the same result. God is indifferent. This is our curse.
This is mega cool, but can I get one that actually works?
Sorry, I don't have another one ready. You were the one who asked for a cursed die.
I guess I'll keep the die then.
Good luck, officer.
Cast it. Cursed Ilmaran die. This spherical die, with an octahedral cavity and small internal weight, will settle with one of the 6 phrases facing up. God is indifferent, take all, lose all, 50-50, nothing happens, and pale. It's made of bog oak pearl, coloring in malevolent black. Note, look at the map tab in journal to see which white chicks have opened. What? Look at the map tab in journal to see which white chicks have opened. Damaged ledger. These are found white chicks. Those are why I try now. Damaged ledger, horse monument.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Shivers!
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated.
Yes.
For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Hey, Neha. The curse is real, and I figured out why I spared you. It's still just a theory, but hear me out. You know why your business hasn't failed. Hey, Neha. She actually told me her name.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asks as the wind continues to seep in through the cracks in the old chimney. It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. Touch the safety curtains. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered. So this building is actually part of another building? Holy shit.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Let's say I have my own methods. Unusual methods. He has a different address in the heart of the city. Just using logic. It's winding in here. Probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown. What above?
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
Actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person. No one's really ever safe from the failure. Yeah, defend your person.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Look away, I want to talk about something else now. What?
Do you know what this is?
Piece of metal shining in her index finger. A lucky charm. A Seminole's ward. So a regular piece of jewelry to me. I don't care what it is. I only came to tell you about why you haven't failed yet. Seminole's ward?
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents.
Mourning ring.
I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Why are you telling me this? See, the curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop from the protective depths of the chimney?
No, you're right. I didn't.
But it sounds rather small and sad.
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy here. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. It's entropy. Yes, coincidence all that safeguards us. Yeah, it's nice and cozy here. Shannon's rather homely.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be.
Escapism.
And try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
Yeah, especially when they're made out of metal. And really, screw up your desk.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
Choices, oh. She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
More questions about this building?
I'm listening.
Strange
Fortress,
machine.
they weren't. They certainly it's the usual. Well, they.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Yes, but when the money started, in the end,
Showing up to work on time is hard.
and so is producing.
Something.
Anything else? Good. I hope it's.
Precarious world. All red chicks fail. 4 hours? Man, I'm not sure about putting that one on. Alright, fine, I'll put it on. Let's see. White morning. I probably don't need white morning. Do not have enough skill points available. So that means I can't take it off? Oh shit.
This orange machine is you slip your if you
Equip the pry bar.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that. Okay. Let's tell her about the entity.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from this bookstore. I said dumb, nothing to see there except heaps of garbage. So I should let the sunshine in. I'm no in position to give out personal opinions.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am. I've felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. She's not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks prepared.
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. They became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There still needs to be followed. A strange radio computer thing. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps he might travel all cross paths with it. Yes.
A third order presence, yes.
She lets go of the pendant.
A great, dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performed an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters, darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Yes. Well, anyway, can unlock this. Spend 1 skill point to unlock the precarious world. And that's how I don't have skill points here. Makes sense. I see, they share it. Oh well. Hey little girl, what's your name? Lalafell?
Hello, sir. How's the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found a way into the Doom commercial area. It's going fine, I think. It's going bad. Really bad.
Oh, that's very sad to hear. But it'll pick up soon. Don't worry. There's always a bad spot in the stories, right before the detective figures things out.
Okay, bye. Anyway, let's investigate this thingy. Wait, what?
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Examine closer.
You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow. Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter.
Dang it.
Your breathing grows even heavier.
You okay there?
Lieutenant's son voice cuts like a blade, bringing you out of your stupor. Breathe out sharply. Yeah, fine. I started feeling really bad for a second.
Might be the after effects of your past escapades. What are you looking at?
What's with all these bullet holes? I've seen a lot of them around.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
So no crime has happened here? Is there something we should do about these?
Perhaps a crime of a sort ages ago, but no. These do not warrant an investigation.
Okay, what can you tell me about the revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it.
Oh well, whatever.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Alright, press your ear against the door.
The door is slick with rain. You don't hear any movement inside. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
So what's your opinion of the task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
Still inspected the padded door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
You don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it. On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Evrart. That's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door. I don't know. You're a pretty good liar. Are you as good an infiltrator as you are a liar?
I kind of want to know what's inside. Let's use the unlock the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
Oh, only one way to find out.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure.
Oh, mugs.
A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What are you, uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Ah, like the yellow mug. Typical asshole. So what? They can think what they want. This is a free world. Thanks, good to know I have no opinion on this. Oh, you can't be racist. Typical asshole. Yeah, sure.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
You whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Wait, doesn't that mean they also have access to the dumpster? Which was where the dude's clothes were? Huh.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Yeah. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Definitely. Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Let's move on. Smell disinfectant in the room, smells like chemicals. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. So, Hamdo into solidary dress, a shirt. Boots on, the hidden world of walking sticks lies open. You almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. What was I supposed to be depicting?
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
The fuck is that?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain. Point. Bow down before the flag. Finish thought. Bow down.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Probably don't like them. Anyway, whatever.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Yeah, feudal. Monarchs and shit. Who cares? It's not like they care about you. Is that money? Magnesium. I could use that. Small suitcase full of clothes. Guess I'm staying over.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf.
Does the mug actually have anything new to say? With numbers.
It's just a racist mug, but...
Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go and... what am I doing? I'm going to go to the Watergate. That's right, the Watergate. Yeah. I'm just gonna talk to Kuno first. Hey, Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about Kuno.
Let's see if I need a call now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
This is Precinct 57. House 50.
In the cabin, you see...
No. Alright. Oh, you know what? I'll tell him to bag the corpse. I'm pretty sure I don't need him around yet. Get out of the way.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
Corpse. All right.
Take your shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Oh, I'm by myself now. He didn't even say goodbye. Bit weird, but whatever. Oh. Time to press it.
A rusting control panel with loose wire. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Cool. Radio relay hums with electricity. Breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Had decades of old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Someone's broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. Sign says no entry. Someone scribbled in an inverted star on it. Well, anyway, let's break down this thing. Oh, nice. Jam Rock Biker Cop Sunnies. Finding new glasses. But is it better? Empathy, logic. For taking a Hamel Rue Supersonic out for a ride on the streets of Jamrock where your heart is buried. Alright. I like it. Something is missing, no one's been here for a long time. Gloria says the graffito to the ghosts of us. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Tape, smallest church in Saint Denis. Saint Denis. Saint Sains. The tape you found from a shack on the coast. The side A has the smallest church in Saint Sainins written on it, while the B side is supposed to contain an instrumental version, requires a boombox to play.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal reel at hand. But even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad. A pawn shop would have a tape player.
Yes. Expensive? Let's go over there first. I want to see how much it costs.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you.
I want to buy that boombox.
With its tape reel eyes.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Alright, let's test it out. Oh. Alright, let's play it.
The portal reel is just what you needed. The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Scratch, I'm already crying and I look dumb and old. No, I couldn't. It's too sad. I might cry and trash the room again. Can I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses.
3?
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Remove the tape.
Immediately, the boombox tunes itself back to the Friday night beats, vibrating on your shoulder.
Well, let's talk to Gart. Everyone's hearing this.
Can I help you?
Yacht, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Yeah, but look him in the eye. Johnny Law's about to tear it up sad stuff. I mean, I even have the PA system. No one's going to use it. Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it? It's part of my quest for self-discovery. Help me. It's my way of apologizing for the trouble I caused. Please let me say I'm sorry. Alright, it's not the right time yet.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good. The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now. It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
Or 44? What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop, it's for your client to know it's used. When was the last time you had a band player? Yeah, no, it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I pay my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
He's lying, but whatever. You
I
don't
got a
really
tape.
need his lameness.
It's alright, I have my own song with me. Given the tape of the smallest church in St. Saints.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Not quite yet. That'll be for tonight when more people show up. Alright, let's go to Joyce. Gotta talk about the pail. You know what? Maybe I'll spend some money looking at this.
This coin-operated viewer is faced your money disappears into the coin slot.
Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Turn the knob to focus your vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree.
Anti-aircraft tower.
Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism. Shake your head.
The mute machine is unable to confirm or deny your theory.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk, written on the other side,
Kuno.
with N and C scribbled backwards.
Shift your focus to
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Just the music going on. It's just so hilarious. Hello.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Got some questions about
More
reality.
lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Now that we're alone, what is pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the pale?
Okay. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, and what is an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only
You
one.
mean an island?
In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
So they're enveloped by pale, which is... what exactly?
Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest. Katla,
They kinda
the
like bubble
coldest.
universes.
Insulinde, the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, and what is the pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
Oh.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
Yeah, if we're surrounded by pale, how do we get from isla to isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
May sound sarcastic.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
The pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger?
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is entreprenetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Did they cross it? The Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
Why has entreprenetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...?
What do you think, Detective?
Jokes you and I, it's shrinking. There is more and more of the world. It's growing. There is more and more of the Pale. There is more and more of the world.
Oh no, Detective. It's not. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's all gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Cover everything? It can't be. Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
By drinking.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Nothing, just alcohol, fumes, and blackout. Sometimes sense vague shadows of our past. And it's not good. Getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
It's terrifying. You're right, it's disco. It will end all life. That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. A powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. I'm worried. I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think any of it?
Mm-hmm.
Bloodshot eyes, swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
I'll handle it. It's under control. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they will remember me by, I promise. So I'm in a serious trouble here. Be a fucking disaster, I know it. All those people die.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Alright. Conclude for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
By the way, I've talked to Everett Clear.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I didn't. He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. Everard Clare is a hero of the workers' movement. He's a champion I've sworn fealty to. He's a blooded rainbow socialist. I can do business with him, for a socialist is reasonable. He is not the champion I've chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you in the cause of capital. I feel the international community does not approve of him. It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job. Did I like him? I cannot say I do.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually...
She answered her own question.
Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, worm-like corruption. Reaching into the bowels of the earth.
She looks on the ground and nods.
Of course. I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a worm myself. But if you felt like passing some information, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
That money you gave me. Would that make things weird if I shared information, I mean? Yeah.
Weird? Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see, even when it comes to trade secrets. Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage. Even if they did, it would be fine. But they don't, since you logged the money as a donation, and this is clearly just gossip between friends.
Nah, I'm fine. I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna tell her about my missing gun. Oh my god, what do you take me for? Where's my boombox at? Oh, there it is.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Open and shut. I don't even need to think about this anymore. Goodbye. Finish, Lord. Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband, the missing husband. It's the future leader of a proletarian uprising. Some third option? Missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Give me champagne, I'm going in. Turn that up. I'm only making a fool of myself.
Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
All right. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
But you said you didn't know where he was. Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
There, point to the working class drunk down near the sea. Right around the corner. He has pissed himself. Our hammer-toting comrade was at the bottom of those stairs.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
Found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Right, because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
What? What? I'm not saying what. Something bad, I guess? I'm sorry. I say stupid things sometimes. I don't mean to annoy. I'm not saying what.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ah, blam. Knew it.
But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She's completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead.
There. She's worried now.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find him and bring him back home. Promise. Well, if he's with his friends and it's not really missing. No need for police to get involved. I'll bring him back home. Promise.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
So let me guess, he's disco? Like a late stage alcoholic then? Right, we're dealing with a cop. Is disco?
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Why'd you say that your husband resembles me then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
I see. What else?
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
Okay, dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining.
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Took it out of the bin? Well, that's filthy. Well, if the jacket is really that cool, then I can totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it, thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
Yes, I'll bring him back home to you. Take the case. Sorry we got hands for the moment, maybe some other time? Nope.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Maybe your children are missing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's disturbed by now. Nanny, where are they? Police, whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're at home, right? Smoking cigarettes?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they weren't missing after all. Tell me something else. I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month.
Dangerous
we
ages.
shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
I could do with a party, a killer party, not a lame one. It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional. You're right. Let's not talk about your daughters. I don't know what got into me. Killer party, not a lame one.
A killer party? What is it with you and pulp staples? My God. Please, no more talk about my daughters. They are fine.
Alright, I'll keep going then.
I have really outdone myself. This is the...
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat...
René, it's a little pleasure. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man? What are the rules of this game? Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Please, man, can I just have a bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Please, friend, let's just share it.
Fuck off! It's mine!
Jerks away, immediately startled by his own reaction.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Relinquish his sandwich. Wait a minute about the dead man.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week.
Oh,
but
get rid of
that's
his
all I know,
appetite.
Really?
Come on, you must have heard something.
No, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are a good guy, officer. I can see that.
Then help him, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Union?
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And you know Evrard.
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. The blind leading the blind doesn't even begin to describe it, is what he said.
What a prick. The officer was addressing me, not you, Capitaine. Where were we?
Are you a Union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member, like
Not
me?
in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's eyes.
René.
Of course he's not a member.
René, I know.
He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Everard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Everard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Thanks, that's all for now. Conclude.
Thank you, officer, for being a consummate professional. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
What are the rules of this game?
Oh, the goal is to throw your bull as close to the cochonnet as you can. That's the cochonnet.
Tell me more about it.
Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. You win it. You get to throw the cochonnet. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Pétanque?
I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details, officer.
Is he denying you information when you clearly requested it? That's it. We're blowing the lid off this man, Jar. You need to know things.
But do I really? And why?
Yes, you do. Knowledge is power. Bathe in it. Empower yourself. Trust me. All that blunt data must have triggered an information hoarding reflex of sorts. Think of it like a small seizure. It will pass.
Trivo? You can still tell me, before anything happens.
Then there's measuring the distance between the bull and the cochonnet. I always measure ours, but usually it's done by the player who threw last. The opponent has a right to remeasure if he has doubt about the result, and...
Seeing your beady eyes stops.
Can you believe this clown? This is information you must have, and he's stalling. Lives could be on the line, and he's just running out the clock.
Stop stalling and talk, goddammit, is that all? Because I swear to God, if you're holding back... It's getting weird, better hit the brakes.
Yes, officer, yes. I swear, I don't know anything else about Pétanque. It's all I know, I swear.
And that's how you break a man if the good cop and the bad cop have left for the day. Disturbing cop to the rescue.
Good. Gaston, see? How it's all good now?
Yes. I'm sorry, officer.
Senior's visibly shaken before
Good. Gaston finally understands the rules now. Let's see if it makes him a better pétanquista.
Sure, officer. Thank you, officer.
Alright, rhetoric. 3%, let's do it.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
What is political?
This right here is political.
This city's gonna shit sooner or later. Some foreigner anarchist gonna steal your sandwich. That's a fact. Your blooded sandwich, point to it, is a tool of the oppressors, designed to keep the proletariat docile. These options seem awfully fascist or communist. What if I don't want to say any of them?
Say one of these fascist or communist things, or fuck off. Whoa, easy there, Goldmouth. He doesn't have to say anything. Re-engage cop mode and bail out, if you like.
Fuck no. She's gonna shit sooner or later. Some foreign anarchist is gonna steal your sandwich. That's a fact.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why would you even...
First they take our jobs, then our women, then the sandwich is all you have left. The anarchists will come for that too. So that's how foreigners are, Gaston. They won't stop till you have nothing left.
He won't kill. As long as there's food in his fat belly, he'll lick any boots that's kicking it to him.
Good. Rene's on board too. Time to take back the streets. Right-wing populism, here we come.
Don't you guys get it? Us local boys gotta stick together, make the people feel safe again. River Shoulder's calling. She needs us. Not tomorrow, not soon, but right now. Let's take our home back.
Now you are talking sense, son. All three of us working as a group. We can make a difference.
Men, let's review and possibly redistribute our resources. Continue. Sing thought, I don't want to organize a vigilante group after all. Let's do it.
What do you mean, officer?
There's a look of suspicion in his
Ignore
eyes.
You are addressing the entire group now.
I'll be Unit 1, Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog. You and Gaston are Unit 2, the Royal Hounds.
Agreed. What about the whole group? I propose a pair de la Couronne, Swords of the Crown, in honor of my old unit.
Oh my god. Stop this scheming and just demand the sandwich.
No, that's too old school. How about, it's got class and roots, I like it. Stop it, I just want the sandwich, give it to me. Yeah, it's got class and roots, I like it.
It's dignified. We need dignity. And you, get excited.
His tone leaves no room for arguments. Giving orders is a second skin to the old carabiner.
It's more than a sandwich this time.
All right, all right. I have a bad feeling about this.
Good, good. Now this is done. Give me that sandwich. This one small thing. Your sandwich. I want to hold it for a moment. It's okay, Gaston. Just please give me the sandwich now.
Oh, you went through all that trouble for my sandwich. I'm flattered, officer, but my answer is no. Now, how else can I help you?
That was hilarious. Can I see on the bench? Bench time!
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Oh, I'm not gonna wait. Get the fuck up. Let's go. We got shit to solve. Damn it. Damn it. Alright. The plan is to lower this bridge, I think. Let's see this.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
Oh. I don't have any money anyway, so let's just move on. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin oak cover. Cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. Postcard Coal City 8. Bow knot. See a dark red chair in a dim light of the room. Why is there just a chair here? It is very suspicious. This postcard depicts a forest of smokestacks, releasing fat plumes of smoke into blue cloudless sky. A tinge of age. The color of old teeth. Gives a sickly look. Written on back is a single sentence. Repeat twice. I got out. I got out. No addressee. Drama. Theater kid. You're sure that wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement, though. I do like this tie. This necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it will be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You'll never betray it changing into some boring scarf. Yeah. Even for +2 drama, I'm not sure I can actually justify that. Through broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Sounds of life in the north. The washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Cinder blocks charred. A makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting.
You sit on the wind-worn.
It's too thick and thorny to pass through. See dust-covered linens, dried tulips on the bed. Your parents into solitary trousers. Plus one kingdom of conscience, moralist plants. Tailored trousers are light brown and moderate into every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable, in other words, perfect. I mean, I got my disco pants on. Might as well keep it on. What can I get the fuck? Sometimes it's hard to navigate this goddamn thing. Oh. Creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Banged up fuel canister. Bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, don't you mean scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
It sure does look like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Guess I'll be on my way. It's inside.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Elysium Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
Oh no. This is my motor carriage, isn't it?
It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
The motor carriage sits in the salty ocean water, cold and sad. It doesn't have an opinion.
Very suspicious. I should investigate.
A seagull takes off from the half-submerged machine. It's almost like the bird is acknowledging your decision. You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What's the make of this MC? I can see a logo.
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The accident couldn't have happened too long ago. The ice hasn't closed up around the vehicle, so the crash must have happened last Saturday or Sunday.
Well. Looks like Jacob Er's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, roll your chin. Crazy recklessness. Yeah, another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ. Enough gloating, this is serious.
The sad sunken vehicle refuses to respond.
What should I do?
Although the sunken motor carriage is probably flattered by you addressing it, it does not supply an answer. It might be a good idea to wait for the tide to recede.
Stay on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Oh no, I fail all red checks, don't I? Or unless I already finished that? Nope, I did not. Oh shit. The precarious world. All red checks fail. Oh, failing.
Spit flies from your mouth to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound though. In some way, it is still sad that no living thing other than seagulls is here to witness a man in his prime trying to learn to whistle.
In his prime?
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Tired Joy is taking a sweet time.
It's unclear whether the sunken vehicle agrees or not, but merely uttering these words gives you the illusion of time speeding up.
Can I do something in the meantime? I don't have to sit here, do I?
Just like how the crazy daredevil piloting that vehicle must have accelerated into the sea. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Man, this is taking a long time.
Yes, it is. It feels as the city behind you grows silent in the waiting. Seems like an eternity has passed. A dim light scatters from the cloud cover above the city. In it, you can see the blue and white motor carriage slowly appear from the water, centimeter by centimeter, as the sea recedes. It's a Caprice 40, a workhorse of the motor park, favored by the working men, government offices, firefighters, I guess, maybe animal control people. You know, those kind of people.
Squint your eyes and say, is there a number on the side?
Yes, Harry. It's the number 41, the number of our precinct. I hoped you would come back for me.
Oh, no. Not happening. Not on my watch. Oh, please. 41 could mean so many things. It's not like I own the number. Even if the motor carriage is mine, literally anyone could have driven it into the sea. Oh, God, no.
Come on, Harry. There's nowhere to run. It's just you and me, old friend. Come on, Harry. There's nowhere to run. It's just you and me, old friend. Come on, Harry. There's nowhere. I'm so sorry, Harry.
Why are you sorry?
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. Oh, God, Harry. Oh, God, Harry. What did you do?
At least I didn't kill anybody, right? Right?
No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No, that's not true. It can't be. But God, it is mine. I drove my car into the sea.
Yes, Harry, you did.
Ah, sure, it can't be.
No matter how many times you say it, it won't change the truth.
No.
The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can move on.
Well, found it. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
You were not.
How do we get you out?
We don't.
I can fix it.
No, you can't.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they? Are they?
After losing every single thing you were entrusted with, I wouldn't hold my breath.
The badge, the gun, and now this?
Keep moving. You're a shark. You stop, you die.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Maybe I just let it sink.
An aggressive-looking seagull lands on the swing set and stares at you with a murderous look. You really need to keep moving.
It's been so long. Just sitting there?
Fair weather.
Fucking fair weather?
Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Very good. Against enemies in FT500 armor. Is that my badge? It's my badge! Banged up fuel canister. A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. The logo on the side has been partially stripped over years of use. A government issued red dyed fuel oil inside. Looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. How about this snazzy coat? Speedy decor. Visual calculus, sharp eye. A black uniform jacket with the RCM signature, white rectangle on this right sleeve. Backside. There's inside the color read whatever. The jacket is of exceptional quality other than some minor wear and tear. Are you supposed to wear these two together? You can't wear them together. Well, whatever. Alright, my badge. Thick blue piece of acrylic, covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrating inside but still presentable on the outside.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Found my badge.
The man in the photo looks at you solemnly.
Say the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Well, that's true. And he's winking, why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it and a shining watermark.
Name, Harriet Dubois.
This document confirms it. Harriet Dubois, i.e., Harry is really your name.
Rank.
That's what it says on the badge.
2J.
No
FR.
more information is provided. You should look at the badge when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is around. He could help you make sense of all this. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate
Serial.
it. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41. You don't remember what the numbers in the middle mean.
Data issued 7th of November 50.
The badge was issued roughly 4 months ago.
41?
The number shows that this badge belongs to an officer of the 41st Precinct. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Put the badge away. Okay, well, I found my badge, although it took a fucking long time. The princess started lead away from the accident. Notice how the boat has recently been tarred. Wedding stone, well worn and covered in dust. Rust. My curtains have been drawn shut, no one looking in. Construction material. Whoever plan to build this house left in a hurry.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21.
So I guess that's the high society?
1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
Dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you.
No, it's not me, is it?
The sound of the sea has grown distant.
There's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
So obviously they can't show you that. I'll interrogate them later. I'm just going to explore the environment. Street sign is eligible below the graffito. I had to see the details. The colors of all warm and welcoming and cozy though. A flower trough where nothing really goes, maybe in spring. The old black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirp. Rust-eaten layers, mazout. Rear tire motor carriage adorn these reeds. Quick travel unlocked. Church. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Kick drum pulse, the music's coming from somewhere on the ice. Feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Now has been recently disguised, still smells of fuel oil. Chain trails on the sea to who knows where. This rusty gear is just to turn the whole machine. Let's go inside.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
The concrete structure looks military in origin, over half a century old at least, but sturdily built.
Cannot be retried. Damn it, I hate red chicks. White polo shirt. Well, let's read about it. This shirt looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder who would leave it stuffed in a tear container. What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand geometry. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. Rusted broken box on a radio relay tower. Oh, it's a scented scarf. Allergies. This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind. Probably from a date. Where if you wanted to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Why not? I like my own tie. Tiny inlets there, far distance where the there's a trail toward. Now it's too rusty to climb, the Sierras are eating away at it. When you tell us coordinates, boat traffic on Old Bay, barely. You take a mental note, geometry seems important somehow. I'm about to sing karaoke. Oh, Harriet de Boer. I'm 12 points communist. Okay. I'm trying to look for the helmet which Kuno kicked into the sea. But I don't know where that is. I searched along the waters, but I found nothing. Sign reads St. Bjorn, 1147. Dusty pews in the shadows, many seem to be missing. Water shroud in the dark, or something like that, is too dark to tell. Must have taken a lot of practice, patience to do this. Tribalistic molecules, this place is covered in little humanoids. Trash from some unending party. Pole screwed into the eyes keeps the tent erect. Nature of the past also is trying to bring cheer into the world.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Why is it holding it up? We could kick it down and then we have a bridge.
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
Looks like a makeshift bridge currently drawn up.
I'll push the eternite over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
There, I have a way back. Someone's home away from home, just like yours.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music.
Oh, there's people inside.
It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Okay, squeeze in. Oh, nasal sprays, brand name Nesafit Ultra. Cast is filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. Speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Oh yeah, I can really blend in now.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Alright, shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
Okay.
And Egghead. Egg!
He yells. The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organised?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
So, none. Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
I'm gonna spit on the screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
German, huh?
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
Sounds like they enjoy music too, because I hear music as well.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Oh, what kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean, spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it, tell me more. I'll make up my mind later. I have questions for you first. Now, please have more important things to do right now, kid.
All right, man.
You know what? That's it for now.
If you decide to look into the matter of the church, you know where to find us.
Flash you a confident smile.
The precarious world.
Ah, there we go.
How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Critical success and failure thresholds lower by 1. Oh, so when I get a 19 or, you know, an 11, what, 2, I can respectively succeed and fail. Not sure I like that, but, you know, whatever. So far I got a lot of negatives. Oh, whatever. I'm out of here.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Touch it.
The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Thrust your finger? I'll take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Okay. Mega Bino's prescription. Oh, I see. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses feel almost nauseating. Figures have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. There's a scale. Coin-operated weighing machine has been used for a decade. Postcard Curon 33. This one has hell written on its back. Could not be further from the truth. It's the boom years in Curon, the nicest district in Rivershore West. Is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel iron and yellow limestone, with cloud shadows sliding on the facades. Makeshift roof. Migrants have tried to make the roof boardwalk habitable. Big wine canister is open and empty. Careful there, these floorboards don't look rotten and weak.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful. Cover your nose.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that.
Death.
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
God damn it.
A sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead.
Oh, are you a dead body?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear. 2
empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
All right. Let's get some tear.
There's some tear. No, there's more in.
I guess I can't take the tear. So I went down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Our preview has been out of order for years.
lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
I think he just died of an accident. He was drunk here and his right leg slipped in, then broke his neck on the seat.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no.
Oh no.
This sounds terribly familiar.
Well, I found him. Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Well, I found him. Say the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Say the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Open wound. Did he hear himself on the back of the head? Step on the floorboards.
The boards screech under the weight of the T500 ceramic sabatons. It's a good thing they're so light, because it's hard to determine whether it was the dead man's weight that caused the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Oh, let's look inside the mouth, why
The
not?
blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
Alright, we're done.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
What should I do with the body?
First, you need to talk with the lieutenant.
Got a bag and
Then
tag.
report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
Well, found him. Moonshine probably smells like a tasty fermentation. Tasty. So where's my helmet? I want my damn helmet. Guys, cover these long dusty windows. Another power box, it charges nothing now, it's empty. Let's blast the path, no way on from here.
A once bright new
Felt
road
electric.
towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Ah, yes. Their famous motto. A fine example of technological optimism from...
He says something, but the wind blows and you can't hear him. Just ignore him. No boat in the boathouse today. Section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. Oversized superstar. Superstar? Hell yeah. Savoir. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Boathouse shallily constructed, a strong breeze might blow it over. Let's go north first. I want to see all there is to see along the coast. I want my damn helmet!
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
I can't see anything interesting.
You don't have a reason to. Yet.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
Boy bobs in the water. Number it says is 11. There's something in the water there? These heavy military bulkheads are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. Soggy logs smell of munition fluid. Still won't light up. Tiny cages carefully constructed. Oh wait, is this the guy? This the guy I was looking for. The husband of what's her face?
Here we go. Nice and
Morel.
easy.
Yep.
No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
Is that the police? Why are the police
Crypto
here?
fascist.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
Is he meant to be Australian? He must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn waterlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. Water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. I thought the whole story. I'll tell him.
You broke the waterlock with a motor carriage? But there was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
I guess you're right. It was really the science fault. Anyway, you can go back now. That was me. Caused you a delay and I'm sorry. You can return now.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long. I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
You're fastened a bit of netting that he's come loose in the wind. Tell me more about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What's also specialized techniques?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Here's a conclusion to you. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Doesn't seem to be as colourful as some other cryptids I've heard about.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
Shakes his head.
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
But if no one can prove it exists, how do you know if it's real?
I know it's real.
Seems taken aback by it.
Which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Nina said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis? Got it. Parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis, meaning the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
That's pretty clever. Females reproducing without males. A travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. Smells no special feelings in me. It's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Alright, I'll get going. Anyway, I can't stay for too long. Maybe I'll appear later in the Woolen Rags or something like that. I could always come back here. The ancient painting is peeling off the roof of the shaded bench, covered in rust.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Even more bullet holes. Something has definitely happened here.
The density and spread of these bullet holes is surprising. This takes a lot of bullets. Fully automatic rifle fire.
Walk away. Leave. Entree interdite. No ticket booth, no longer operational. The door is not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. Farm. People. Wait, what? People. What the hell is that supposed to be? Ultimate peak focus. Small wire framing inside this futuristic looking farm people hat. The aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet. None of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. Drama electrochemistry. That's it, then I guess I'll talk to these guys a bit more. So it's impossible to get a fire going this near the ocean.
Hello. What can I do for you, officer?
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
She designed the traps?
Yes.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course, but we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Unlikely. Don't think locusts like reeds.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
What do you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
It seemed pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we've finished with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Look south where Lena would be.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Then continues.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
You should just give up on this bug hunt. Okay, I understand. I don't give up on things either. You should go back to the whirling warm-up, come back to check on the traps later.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
What if I check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Cryptozoology and detective work were very similar. Chaos is my method, I am its scion. I'm all in with this cryptid shit, I'm hooked. Yeah, chaos is my method, I am its scion.
Well, be that as it may, I'd really appreciate the help.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Okay.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front of him.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
Where if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me thick. Present your armpit. I want this, thank you very much. Yeah, thick. He dows you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and gives you a satisfied nod. I'm ready, let's get to it.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
Finally, you're being sensible. I'll start packing right now.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
I should become a cryptozoologist.
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
So you're living your childhood dream out here?
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't, it's a profession, just like any other. Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do. Cryptozoology does seem like a lot of wishful thinking.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
Life surprises are mostly miserable. Has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
What kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the Phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
So you have never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have you found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
2,000, huh?
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. I don't even know what to say. That's a small number of discoveries, not approvingly. Then the Insulindian Phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Yes, thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
I'll get going. Hey, Gary.
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Why does he sound so familiar? Sounds like something from Sesame Street. That green puppet. Whatever that's called. Not Elmo. Oh, well, whatever. Not a lover of the great outdoors? Yeah, I'm more of a city boy too.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates? This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
I'm neither of those things. I can assure you, I am by the books, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants. Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk, or a degenerate, maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink. Yep, well, let's act it up.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revachol.
Revachol.
He pronounces Revachol with a hard K, unlike other people.
Yeah.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
You said Revachol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
He nods solemnly.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this. Ho, in his colonial mug collection. And see you recognize it. It's in your eyes.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching? I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
He pauses.
You're not going to find me, are you?
I am ripping a fine slip for 20 real.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Quakos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing.
More of that voice.
Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
What'd you do, Gary?
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
How'd you get into that trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
What'd you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the Whirling and Rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do?
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened? Okay, then what?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Changed his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, do you? Or would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes, of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
Let's move on. For now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
So, Gary, you live nearby in an apartment in Martinez?
Sure do, officer.
You found your door open lately? And you're a big man from Heimdall?
How?
Heimdall? Tower drains from his face. Mr. Everard Clare thought it necessary to unlock your apartment. Saw the poster in your apartment, you know. I'm a Heimdall fan myself. Saw a ridiculous poster in your apartment, along with all other colonials memorabilia.
But why were you in my apartment, officer?
Mr. Everard Clare asked me to get your door open. I figured I'd take a look around while I was in it.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
Really, I don't even know what it was about. I just opened the door. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you. Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door. Our discussion as this topic is over, Gary.
Of course. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
Do you know anything about the man hanging behind the whirling rags?
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
Shifts uncomfortably in his clothes.
Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else.
And you're a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way.
It's even.
But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah, I was waiting for that autosave.
Always a pleasure.
Alright,
to see an
composure,
officer of
bitch.
the law.
Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
You mean he's wearing the armor underneath it? His massive musculature?
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example.
Uh-huh.
One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons the shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Yeah.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
Why'd you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
Give me that armor, now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Why'd you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
Maybe you shouldn't have taken it all.
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Oh, you can see at the back of him he has the flag. I should have noticed. I should have noticed earlier. Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Thank you for your cooperation. Aha, my armor! This vitreous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat, and it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken. The shirt. Damn it. But hey, it's another piece of the armor. Anyway, let's look for those traps, shall we?
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves. Confidentially, snowflakes cling to their shivering stems.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Leave.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside. Man, it's lonely doing this alone. The wind seems to howl in a strange manner.
Well, I need Kim's witty remarks. Is that it? Anyway, I think I'm done with this side unless, you know, I can find the helmet. I'll be right back. All right. Wait, it's not on this side, it's on the other side. Damn it.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Yeah, I need to go back to Kuno and ask him where he kicked it off. Because I don't remember. What's going on? Can I interact with it? No, whatever. Can't see into the house from this angle. It's locked tight. What are these doing in the fish? Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots. Not like I'm gonna wear them, but sure, I'll read them. Good old calf-length cavalry boots. Mount that horse and ride into the night. The heel comes in handy too. It definitely makes you some good 5 centimeters taller, but could it be that it's also making you sharper, more perceptive to your surroundings? That you've gained a new perspective. Well, because we're taller. Boats flowing freely in the water, unmoored. At least a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Actually kind of amazing. I'm not finding any more bottles just littering around. Seems to be cleaner here.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks seem like a rebuke. The sound of the city hums in the east. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
No closer.
No locus. No phasmid either. But still.
Immediately yell, "It's empty!"
Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind.
Look closer still.
Nothing. No traces of the locus or the Insulindian phasmid. What happened? The reeds continue to hiss around you as you put the empty trap back on the ground. Time to consult the professionals, Morel and Lena.
Did I forget to load it? Folded library card. From the pocket of the dead man, the Martinez boardwalk. Still slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of Jamrock Public Library.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02552. You should first decide what to do with the corpse before taking any further actions. Talk to Kim about it.
So wait, sure I shouldn't tell her, the victim's spouse, about it? Guess not. Name a guy.
Officer. God damn it. Pull yourself together, René. What do you want?
Renee, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Ah, Tim.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on a leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man who would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have stole the painkillers. So who was working a shift that night?
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
The container yard has been unguarded for a week?
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
I see, Everett gets it. Big guys looking for the small and everyone working together. I love it. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die, there is no middle ground. René is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Keep folks motivated. René should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly hold out the tear bag.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
You must have, I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Saw the statue of Philip III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine? Cocaine? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively. without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself. Powerful leader is not afraid to do what must be done. That's what this country needs. Not sure how I feel about that. Should take care of his own people before himself, yeah.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
Obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision.
Clarity,
to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Is cocaine for clarity of vision?
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine.
Giving me stop giving me ideas.
Mother, when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms? Of course. It all makes sense.
What was that about higher realms? Sounds interesting. Such responsibility requires a boost every now and then. I sometimes need one too. Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries. Unless I'm clearing that up, I have some questions now. Yeah.
From what I've seen of the officers of the Elysium... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
Talk about something else.
Right.
Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
Nowhere can get one that actually works.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement there, behind the bookshop. Sorry, I can't divulge that information. What do you mean, fine? This is my rifle. I always have it with me. In the basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Alright. Hey, I hear that you have something for me.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer.
You mentioned Jean-Marie Bellew? Who's that?
Militia? Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Okay.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
So you both knew her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Grabs his chest and stops. Easy, fellows. No need for this to get ugly. Do not intervene. Sorry, but I really wanted to just ask some questions. Yeah, do not intervene.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You... No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer,
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
What do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
Look on his eyes is happy and distant.
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Nothing wrong with weighing your options first. That's a bit odd. Women, right? Yeah, that's a bit odd. That's very indecisive. Very, very indecisive.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left. Sweet, sweet, of course, officer.
Your munching has ruined my concentration.
I understand Jean-Marie meant a lot to you.
There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Were the circumstances of her death in any sense unusual?
Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia in her bed at the age of 79. This is highly usual.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Reverschall Fair 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched in the place of honor.
You looked happy in the picture, smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
This is said in such a matter-of-fact tone. It leaves no room for doubt. What happened with you, Gaston and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch. I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues.
What issues?
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her.
Hurt her?
Dark cloud. That sounds unpleasantly familiar.
Words inaudible.
Those days and memories are gone.
He nods and looks at René with something resembling compassion.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
There's nothing for you to understand here.
His face is motionless, like a marble mask. He doesn't comment.
Thank you for your time. Get out of here. I want to do that check, but they'll have to wait. So again, autosave. Also, I gotta end the stream after I talk to Kuno. Hello, Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Want to discuss the body with you again?
Fuck about it. You're testing Kuno. Get lost.
Crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Kuno's
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo. You're testing Kuno. Get lost. Kuno does.
Yes, Kuno doesn't say it. Might have to talk to my nana. You know what? I'm just gonna use this compassion thingy. Hey, dude.
Your lunching has
What is it
ruined my
about this
concentration.
old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer?
No. Do I have 4 skill points? Doesn't seem right, but whatever. Put one in composure. Find all armor pieces.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. What a thought. Your dead guy was an enemy He was an agent of the... I ain't the murderer.
He's not me.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. But I'm glad it's on my search.
In Weasel officer, it turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
His mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. That was such a funny mug collection. Can't be that bad. All I'm saying is he had a lot of mugs. That's what the ruling class wants.
Yeah, it would be really bad if we got into an argument about it. Waste of a good noon. Or afternoon. Or night. Anyway, thanks for helping out, friend.
Gotta run. Fuck, kicked it into the sea. But where did it go? Probably kicked it around here somewhere. And it floated downstream or upstream, or I don't know.